Matt Van Winkle and Chris Williams here of CycloneFanatic.com. We want to remind you that all of our coverage down here at the Big 12 tournament brought to you by our good friends at Iowa Realty. Chris, big game coming up on Friday, Iowa State versus Kansas. We knew when the bracket came out that Iowa State had that chance to get that rematch game with Kansas. Obviously a big win for Iowa State against Oklahoma, but this one's even bigger against Kansas.
Yeah, well, I mean, when the bracket came out, you know, this is the one that everybody's going, okay, this is the one we want to see. Yeah. And that's not even just Iowa State too, Matt. I mean, I think that's everybody who came down to cover this tournament, came down to watch this tournament. It's everybody in the Big 12 wanted to see what happens. Yeah. Brent Bloom's got a great column out right now where he kind of calls it the trilogy for Iowa State and Kansas, where Iowa State really, they've got a chance to avenge a couple of losses that they don't think that they should have lost. And, of course, how everything went down in Ames, I think that the entire country is going to have their eyes on this one.
I think it was the biggest story, arguably one of the biggest stories in college basketball of the past month, maybe even in the Big 12 of the past season, that the flop call, the no call against George Niang. Obviously, those refs won't be here for this game. I don't even think they're in Kansas City. But, I mean, how big of a game is this for Iowa State? They've got a chance right now. They're probably as a 10-9 seed. They've got a chance to even move up even further with the win against Kansas.
Well, they do, and that could actually come back to bite them, too, because I think you're actually better off being an 11 or a 12. Right, yeah. As long as you don't get stuck in that playing game. But besides that, I mean, it's a big opportunity, Matt, just in the sense that you're playing with house money now. You're not on the bubble anymore, and all of a sudden you go in there, all the pressure's on Kansas in that game on Friday. And Iowa State, what I like about the game is that Iowa State didn't shoot the ball well against Oklahoma. They made 7 threes, I think, for the 12th time this year, and then that's including some of those joke non-conference games. Iowa State was held to 10 threes or below. But the point is, I feel like on Friday, the pressure's off. You know, they've already got the win. They've already snapped the 7-year losing streak. I just think you're going to see a looser Iowa State come out. And you saw that. I mean, they were
great. Having fun, just joking around, yeah.
And in the Oklahoma game, I mean, they were not only missing threes, but they were a foot off sometimes. I mean, it was not even close. I just feel like you're going to see a looser performance, and Kansas is going to be ready. I mean, this is not their first rodeo, and the Jayhawks are going to be ready. It's setting up to be a pretty epic basketball game.
And if the Cyclones want to pick up a win against the Jayhawks, what's the biggest key in your mind for them to do it?
Oh man, there's a million of them, but I really feel like Iowa State's offense will be there. Okay. I think that it has
been there every time against Kansas.
It has. They've got something figured out. So I think what it really comes down to is getting some stops. I mean, you can't. I think that you probably go pretty similar game plan, but you've got to get some stops. I mean, Elijah Johnson's not going to score 37 again. At least you wouldn't think so. Just like Sam Grooms today for the Oklahoma Sooners. So you got to hit the glass. You got defense and rebounding. It's what they've been preaching with these guys for the last 2 months, and it won't be any different tomorrow.
Plenty more coverage coming to you from the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. He's Chris Williams. I'm Matt Van Winkle. Thanks for watching, everybody.